now we'll have a look at the Iron Oath, which is by Curious Panda Games and published by Humble Games. And this is a tactical turn-based RPG. So let's have a look. New campaign. Enter company name. We are the demo checkers today. Title, like sir or ma'am. Lady. Of course. I could make... Oh, I'm gonna be the queen. I want to be the queen. There you go. Curious. No, curious pun. Hello, Dora. The game is still here as our. That is true. Thank you. Let me just switch it. The Iron Oath. Perfect. Thank you. I switched it. Even tried to reload. No, it was me. I just didn't change it yet. How's it going, Matt? Hello. I can make it Ice Queen. Oh, this is even better. Of course. I'm the Ice Queen. Flaxidil. I don't expect there to be a snowflake. There is no snowflake. The start will do. The color. White for snowflake in the background. Perfect. That's mostly my branding. You can also randomize it. Skip opening prologue mission. No. Iron Man. No. Choose difficulty. Battle hardened. Battle hardened is the default. Encounter challenges meant for veteran tactical RPG players. There's also custom, adventurer, or battle hardened. Battle hardened is good. Starting the campaign. Let's see. I see you, Jaime. I think it should be alright, but you can post it in the Discord. I'll have a look at it later. In an era all but forgotten, the gods once lived alongside humanity in the heart of Calum. However, an unknown cataclysmic event plunged the world into darkness. A dark age. I'm making up my own story here, sorry. History was lost to time, and so too were the gods. In their absence, a rebuilding humanity was left to contend with the emergence of a great being of darkness from the void. Every few decades, in an event called the Scourge, the dragon's arrival would bring death and disease to the land. Those afflicted by the dragon's blight would lose their minds and bodies as they slowly became abominations of flesh, and outcasts to society known as the Blighted. This was really, really difficult for me to read because the moving background made me really dizzy. Wow. Okay. Developer, if you see this, please make it static. Please, 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 please. Despite centuries of effort from the Vanguard Order and the realm's greatest heroes, no lasting victory against the dragon could be achieved. Humanity has now come to accept the inevitability of the Scourge as part of life, enduring, or in some cases thriving despite it. With whispers of an impending scourge circulating, you and your company find yourselves in a burial crypt not far from the city of Andillan. A simple retrieval of smuggled supplies, or at least that's what your employer had promised. Battle hardened? I'm so battle hardened. Of course. We'll see. Loading in. I love the art style already. Damn, grave robbers. Stay sharp. No doubt his companions will have heard that. Everyone stands still. Tensions rising up. Tensions rising as they grip their weapons tight and scan the room for further hostiles. You hear a muffled shout from someone in an adjacent corridor, likely directed towards their new deceased associate. The sound of quickening footsteps soon follows, and 3 figures burst through a doorway at the far side of the room. Shit, should I go and alert the others? Yurik shakes his head, eyes fixed on the enemy. No time for that. We've no choice but to fight. Okay, camera controls. You got it. It looks really nice, doesn't it? I'm gonna move my camera. Press the wrong button. Move my camera here. Hope that it's fine in this corner here. Is that so, Skogland? Well, we'll see. Movement. On their turn, each character can move as many hexes as the movement stat allows. I don't see the movement stat yet. You can move onto any green hex and still perform an action afterwards. To cover more ground, you can sprint to any grey hex, but doing so will end their turn. Finally, you can swap places with an ally by moving on their location. This can be useful for setting up attacks or removing the ally from harm's way. Move the Stormcaller into cover by clicking a left mouse button on the indicated hex. Alright. So hex grid turn-based combat. If you don't have a desirable move or action to perform, you can delay your character's turn until the end of the round by hitting the wait button on the hotbar. Alternatively, you can end your character's turn by using guard action on the hotbar. Doing so will increase the defense and evasion until the next round. Click wait. Okay, I like that I've got hotkeys for everything here, so I could also just press N on the keyboard. Class abilities have a certain amount of charges available during the course of a mission, indicated by the blue numbers on the hotbar. I see. More potent abilities will have fewer uses available, so plan wisely. With the enemy advancing on us, we can set a trap by using the Pyrolance's Return to Cinder ability on the indicated hex. Oh, now I'm hiding what this ability does. Okay. I'll move to the left. Don't mind me. There's a wait button, yeah. Yeah. Firebat lover. Hi, Lang. I hope you're right. Return to Cinder. They are marking a vacant cell. If any enemy comes in contact with the mark, it will trigger a fiery eruption. I can have 2 cinders active. Alright. I wonder if the enemy sees that too. Ouch. Very nice. As you can see, it's important to pay attention to any traps and terrain hazards when positioning your units. To gain more information on a trap or terrain type, you can mouse over the hex in question. Some abilities are able to push or pull targets, which can present certain opportunities for both you and the enemy. By forcing targets into obstacles and terrain, you can inflict bonus damage and other harmful effects. Move the Pugilist into position and use the Crescent Wave ability to push the enemy into the pit. So I've got the name here when I mouse over, and the health, and then I have the stats here. I don't have the class though, but that's alright, like it's a tutorial, they select what I need to have. The Crescent Wave. Powerful kick. I like the indicators of where they're going. What I don't like, and I'm sad to say this, and I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I don't appreciate the camera following the characters. Maybe I can turn this off. And the screen shake. The screen shake is very subtle. It's not too bad. But why is it there? But then it's a demo, so... Violent deaths are enabled. Combat speed. Oh, here. Pan to player on turn disabled. Maybe that helps already. Let's see. You want me to go here? Alright. Every character in the battlefield exerts a zone of control and hexes adjacent to their position. Now that your Guardian has engaged the enemy, they are no longer able to reach your Stormcaller without being subject to an attack of opportunity. This goes both ways, and the Guardian cannot leave the enemy's zone without suffering the same. There's some exceptions to the rule, such as the use of abilities that incorporate movement, or when the would-be attacker is suffering from a debilitating status effect like stun. Sounds good. Into the Breach gameplay, it is turn-based. Yeah, turn-based tactical. The dude came back after falling into a hole. So agile, right? It's cool. It was they just stumbled. Though basic attacks generally deal less damage than abilities, there is no limit to their usage. It is wise to conserve some of your unique abilities for later. Perform a basic attack on the enemy by just left-clicking on it. Never mind, I actually have to use one. Yeah, this is screen shake when you attack. Clear view. Most attacks and abilities are subject to a line of sight check. When a character has no vision on an enemy, they're unable to target them. Large obstacles such as pillars can block line of sight entirely. Smaller obstacles such as a barrel, crate, or another enemy unit will partially block the line of sight under the right circumstances. A target who is partially visible will receive 50% less damage from attacks. The Stormcaller has taken the position directly behind a smaller obstacle. Because he's adjacent to it, he's able to look over the obstacle and gain full vision of the enemy archer, while remaining only partially visible in return. The Stormcaller's Conduit ability can devastate a single enemy from range, but takes a few turns to channel. Select the ability and target the enemy archer. You got it. With the nearest enemy stunned, the Pyrolancer can safely move past their zone of control without incurring an attack of opportunity. Let's aid the Guardian and sprint to engage the target. Alright. Yeah, this is great. Okay, so I can disable already that the camera does not... Or it can disable the camera moves to whoever's turn it is, right? Very good. Love it. Screen shake. Screen shake needs to be turned off as well. But that's not possible yet, I'm gonna say. Oh, left clicking works now. Your pugilist has killed an enemy and gained spirit. Spirit is displayed underneath each character's portrait and represents their overall mood and attitude towards the current mission. It also plays a role in determining a character's post-mission fatigue. During combat, spirit is gained through feats such as killing an enemy or winning a fight. It can be lost through adverse triggers as well, such as when an enemy lands a critical strike, or in the extreme case of a party member dying. Targets are considered flanked whenever you occupy 2 opposing hexes around the location. Doing so will increase the damage they take from all attacks. With the Pyrolancer already in position, you can move the Guardian into a flanking position and attack the enemy with extra damage. 2 opposing hexes. Oh, because I'm here and then I'm here. Yeah. Got it. Extra damage. Ah, you're ranged. That's why I can just shoot. Victory! Oh, sorry, the doorbell rang. It is pretty, yes. I agree. I didn't nuke the archer. We got bandages and boiled leather. Loot all. There's a lot to read for the tutorial, but then it's tactical combat. There's always lots to read in a tutorial. Yorick sheaths his weapon, gazing around the room to make sure all are unharmed. Everyone alright then? Mikael looks down to assess the condition, somewhat surprised at their apparent luck. No scratch, it seems. Celine gestures at some blood in Yorick's arm. Never mind us, you've certainly looked better. Yorick glances down at his injury and scoffs. What's this? He wipes at the blood, making a smeary mess of it. Nothing, time won't heal, I'll be fine. You turn as a familiar voice rings out distantly behind you, though the words are unclear. This is way too fast. Is that you? Vaughn. Vaughn dashes into the room and stops. Okay. When you're not fast enough reading, you basically have to wait until the whole dialogue is done and then you scroll up. Because if you scroll up while they're still talking, every time there's a new line, you just get pushed down to the bottom again. Not ideal. Boiled leather tasty. I don't think you're supposed to eat it. Van dashes into the room and stops, kneeling over to catch his breath. He looks up with a relieved smile. Oh, glad to see you still with us. We had a fighting. Figured you could handle it, but I didn't want to take a chance. He strolls up to one of the lifeless bodies and leans over it for a closer look, eyes narrowing. Grave robbers, eh? Can't say I'm surprised. Folks are getting desperate with the scourge looming and all. Indeed. And the others? Man points back in the direction he came from. Torin and the rest are still searching. Surely there are better places to stash black market goods, but I suppose the smugglers didn't have much of choice. At least we're getting paid well to retrieve them. We've been in worse situations. Aye, that we have, boss. I was just hoping my last job would be free of surprises. Last job? You're leaving the company. Yurik puts a hand on Van's shoulder and gives him a few friendly slaps. He's been reminding us for weeks now, haven't you, huh? Van smiles and wriggles free, brushing off Yurik's hand. Retirement would excite you too, if you were my age. Not many of us make it this far. His face goes dark for a brief moment, remembering the friends you've all lost. He shakes it off and points the thumb towards Celine and the other new recruits. So how'd they do anyway? Yurik glances over at them with the slightest hint of pride. They handle themselves, well, all things considered. We'll make soldiers out of them yet. Your trusted advisor, Alaric, steps out from your side with hands raised, bringing a halt to the conversation. Alright now, there's plenty of time for talk later. It's going to take a while to scour this place, even with the others' help. Right. I'd better get back to Torin and the rest before they find themselves lost. Watch your backs. There may be more of those thieves in here, or worse yet. Man looks back over his shoulder with a sly grin and winks. Believe me, I'm taking no chances. Let's get moving. Okay. Poor me? Why is it poor me? The reading, it's okay. It seems to be story heavy. Most actions you take while exploring a dungeon will cost time. The passage of time can have various consequences and is represented by the time meter in the bottom right. Okay. Good, yes. Was just checking where the camera is, if you can still see this or not. Oh, the text speed, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna let them hurry me. We should begin exploring. Use the left mouse button to move your party to an adjacent tile. Oh, okay. I could also scout it or make a camp. Prologue. Find the stashed contraband. Yurik must survive. We're in the Andillan Crypt, by the way. And then the buttons that you don't see. Let me vanish for a bit. Here are provisions. Is that inventory? Is that just... That just shows who's there. Dawn. A single target heal. Okay. What else do we have? Manage the roster. All characters' gear comes with a durability rating. With enough use, gear will eventually break and turn into scrap. If an item loses all durability while on a mission, it will not break until the mission is complete. Good. Oh, the terms and conditions. Like, you know, in those medication ads or pharmacy stuff where they give the classic of, you know, you need to read the instructions and follow advice of the doctor and stuff. Because that's always super, super rushed. Apparently Celine is wearing that armor now. So the report on them with all their stats, their abilities. Okay. And then this button is the journal. 240 days. I have 240 days to do this. Okay, cool. And we've got the settings. Oh, right. Oh, watching videos on 2 times the speed. Does anybody really do that? Scouting can be useful in order to spot enemies, traps, and other surprises that may await you. It does cost extra time, however, so it should be used sparingly. Click right mouse button over tile to scout in that direction. Hey, why is this red? Oh, because you're hurt. You see. When interacting with an exploration event, you'll often have multiple choices available to you, sometimes costing various amounts of time. The characters will have their own opinion of the choices you make, which can affect their overall loyalty to the company. Some actions will require a stat check, and the character with the highest relevant attribute will be chosen for the task. The character in question will give you feedback to help you gauge their chance of success. If you have any tools with you, they can be consumed to boost the chances of successful action, or to perform a unique action that otherwise wouldn't be available to you. Okay, now it's 7 out of 12 time. You actually do that, Phoenix? You don't have time for anything else. But does it sound all weird then? You spotted a discarded package, likely dropped in haste by the grave robbers when you alerted them. Don't expect to find much of value. It's not like they'll be coming back to claim it. No sense in leaving it for another to find. Take whatever looks useful. I'm gonna take it. We'll get loot. And apparently one dude is not amused. Celine, relationship goes up too. I received a small health potion, bandage, and tools. But Mikkel is not amused, so relationship goes down too. What can you do? Provisions can be used both in and out of combat. While exploring, you can access the provision inventory near the bottom left menu, or by pressing I. Like other actions, provisions used during exploration have their own associated time cost. Our Paralancer Yurik is hurting a bit after the last encounter. We should use one of our potions to restore his health. Okay. Use a potion. Boom. Nice. I like the time mechanic that everything you do here takes time. Oh, combat. Here we go. You watch everything at twice the speed except for music videos. You know there's no faster mode a lot of the time. Really? That's really funny. Well, sure, why not? Oh, excuse me. It's funny though if you watch a streamer's YouTube, then a live stream, it seems everything is in molasses. Because everybody's just soaking very, very slowly then, right? During the deployment phase, you are able to reposition your party ahead of combat. Click left mouse button on any character to move them. Click again on any valid text to confirm their new position. Once you're satisfied with a formation, click the start combat button to proceed. Hello, Grey Fox. Hi. Your standing desk. Nice. I do like it up there. Thank you. How do you like it? It's good to see you. So we're fighting Anguished, Risen Arbalest, Risen Ghoul, and Risen Warrior. I feel like I have the stats right there next to the portrait, right? But then I have to move my eyes to the middle of the screen to read the name of that thing and then back. So it'd be super, super nice to just have the name of that enemy or your own character right there in that, and then you pop up right at the top. That'd be so nice. I would like that. Name and class, actually, if classes are important. So many people talk so slowly. Yeah, no, that's right. I watched tutorial videos recently for the new chatbot that I'm about to switch to, and it was very difficult to watch that person because you know, they didn't really write a script, and it was so also, you know, frustrating in a way because I felt like they didn't just say anything. It was so maddening, right? They were so slowly, and then oh yeah, it was, anyway, could have been done quicker. Doesn't matter. What do we have here? Is the you're the ranged dude. You go here. You go here. Start combat. Round 1. My acting class win. I don't feel like I can, but hey. I love it. Standing is amazing, even more when work is stressful. It helps somehow. I want to try that too. I feel like it's good to just switch between standing and sitting, but you know, I don't have a standing desk, so I wouldn't know. I feel like you've seen this tutorial 20 times just from my imitation. I know, it was so maddening, but I needed to know the information. It did hold information, just could have been more concise, you know? You know what, people watch things faster, but people not having enough time for their lives to even watch something, enjoy it, kind of saddens you. Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit too real for me. I don't want to talk about this. Boiler Snake, hello. Thank you very much for the resub. Thank you for 6 months. Welcome back. I hope you're okay. Hello. You want to drink the whole thing? What if your bottom part of the milk is good? What? What? Why are we talking about milk? I missed something. Here we are attacking. I don't know any of these. I understand that this is... No, wait, that's not a tutorial, right? That's just the Medias in Res campaign. Because I would have liked to just slowly get to know each of my characters, but now I'm just pushed right in the middle. So what's this? Target self or a single ally and cleanse negative conditions. That's nice. Delivers a powerful spinning kick to any 3 connected. Right, so I'll go here. And then I'll use the kick. Oh, and I pushed you against that pillar for even more damage. Ouch. Oh no, I dodged. Never mind. You. I'm getting hurt here, but... What do you have? And why can I not... No targets in range? Oh, I see. Single target heal. Deal holy damage. But with a sword. Okay, you go here. So we've got this one flanked now. What does that do? The cleansing light. Damage and blind an adjacent enemy. Oh, I don't appreciate the camera zooming in for this. Cotillion the Rope, good morning. Hello. I hope you're good. Like, if it's the people that make tutorials don't even watch the video they've made. Possibly. That, like, those tutorials really weren't that great. Hi, Retro Banana Man. Katie, hello. It's good to see you. I hope it's a happy Thursday for you. Is that Rainfall? Target a single cell and restore spirit. No. Conduit. Target a single enemy. Channel for 5 turns. 5 turns seems like a long time. Move within Cyclone to target the cell. Targets only the path that are pushed aside. A ball of lightning that hits the primary target and arcs to all adjacent targets for lesser damage. But I'm not in range. I don't have anything to hide behind. I'll go here. And then I'll use the arc lightning. Oh wait, that also goes to my units? Oh, that's not good. To all adjacent... Wait, what? Hits a primary target and arcs to all adjacent target for lesser damage. So there's a typo in there. And I don't like that my dudes are called target. It's not good. Also, I just saw that at the top right. If I mouse over, then I get the hit chance, I suppose, of how likely I am to hit something with this specific attack. Hello, Johnny. It's good to see you. Thank you very much, Katie, for saying that. It's very sweet of you. I'm very happy that you like my content so much. I'll just do a standard attack, I suppose. What do you have? Wildfire. Targets 3 cells in a row. Summons a fire in the one nearest him. The fire spreads to the next cell every 3 turns, lasting for 5 turns. Or the Pyrolancer marks a vacant cell. Right, but nobody's gonna move anymore, so that's, you know, there's no point. No targets in range. Good to know, by the way, you can move and then move again. So I could move back here now. It's not like you have this one move action, and if you don't use all your movement points, it's over. You can still move them. Use them. Good. All the way back to Sylvan Rimwell clips. Yeah, back in the day. That was nice. Oh, you deal a lot of damage. I wonder if that's because this is a ghoul and you've got fire. Okay, can you do the kick again? That was not good, was it? I think I hurt my own person because I hit the enemy into myself. Okay, you can remove negative conditions from your characters with cleansing abilities, or by using an antidote item from the hotbar. Not all harmful effects can be cleansed, such as generous injuries.
Jeremy is sleeping, but he won't mind a gift to carry.
Oh, Katie, thank you so much for the 50€ tip. That is so kind. Very generous. Appreciate it. I hope Jeremy doesn't mind. To both of you, thanks a lot. Thank you. And also for always, you know, stopping by and hanging out and just being part of this. Thank you so much. That's amazing. I don't get tips often, but it's, you know, every time I do, it's just thank you for actually going out of their way to support. I appreciate it. It was very mad on this game because it seems way too complicated with the generic fantasy story, but it sold me completely with a return to Cinder pun. There you go. See? Yeah, so far, I mean, we didn't really get to know much of the story yet. It is very tutorial heavy in the beginning. I feel like it could have been done a bit more engaging and not just take this character, go to this tile, use this attack on this enemy. Just gives you a bit more freedom to maybe try things out on your own. But hey, you got a nice work bonus actually, so that's a small slice to share. Well, thank you. Thank you for sharing the work bonus and for supporting. Also, congrats on the work bonus. So who has a status effect? Face of Agony. Staggered. EVA is dropped to 0. What is EVA? But also Radiance. After using 3 abilities, the Guardian's Holy Conviction showers a random adjacent ally with light, cleansing the negative conditions. Okay, so I just need to use more abilities then. Also, wait, I have a heal. For you. You. Single heal. I can't use it. Why not? Select an ally. Oh, no, I could. Never mind. That was odd. I felt like I wasn't allowed to. Okay. Okay. Probably evasion. Could be. Could be evasion, yes. Devastating Surge. Yeah, but it's 5 turns. I'm gonna die in 5 turns if I don't do anything. Just keep on attacking. What's this? The Blazing Lance. Stab a single adjacent enemy. Why didn't I do that before? Ooh. 1 down. We're being hurt here. Don't mind that. Ooh, your turn. Alright. Fists of Fury. First must be empty, second occupied. Oh, because it's a dash, right? I suppose I'll just use my basic attack then. Enemies that belong to the same grouping. This is bad. This is really bad. The game doesn't pause when you get those pop-ups, tutorial pop-ups. So I get this, but the next turn is an enemy. So they do whatever they do, right? And I don't see it because this window is in front of it and I can't even move it. So, not good. Not good. You bought you the chair, but in red or black. Nice. Really cool. I hope you like it. I had to, because you asked me about the chair, right? What chair I used, and then I noticed that my backrest was slightly moving every now and then, right? And it was so weird. I didn't notice for a while, but it was just a screw getting a bit loose over the years, and I tightened it, and it's still perfectly fine. So best chair I ever bought. I hope you like yours too. It shipped today. Very nice. Soon then. Soon you've got the comfort of a good chair. Enemies that belong to the same group share a unique passive ability. The passive ability for these undead skeletons allows them to reanimate once defeated. To prevent them from reanimating, we'll need to target and destroy the pile of bones. Revise in one turn. I see. I can do that with him. Damage and blind an adjacent enemy. Sure. I don't want to get hit again. You are blinded. What is this? Character's health. No, this. Flanked. Yeah, this is also not ideal because when I mouse over here... Oh, now it works. Never mind. It behaved as if I'd mouse over the whole icon here. You can do this. Alright, skeleton is dead. What is this, by the way? Falling rocks. Oh, I hadn't noticed. Ugh, don't mind me. What's that? You're burning. You know, now it's not working anymore. And the camera is still panning, by the way, for the rocks. So that didn't turn off. Haunted now. Okay. You got new displays on the way too? Those are from Lucky Coupon you found online. Perfect. I'm glad you found something, because that's... yeah. Why waste money, right? Use a voucher. Use a coupon code. I'm glad you found one. And I hope you're happy with your displays. I love mine. When you put your headphones on to join a company's Zoom meeting, but hear Kiri's voice and wonder... they're in the meeting. I'm not in your meeting, Torlak. Maybe mute the stream until you're done so you don't get confused. That's really funny. But yeah, no, I'm not in your meeting. You've got nothing to worry about. Or do you? Single target. Do it. Almost. Alright, so now it's only the crossbow guy left. We'll go here. Suppose I'll also go here. Falling rocks again. Ouch, shot in the face. We all go here. And then you... can't get this one because they're hiding, huh? Okay, gotta go here then. My turn. Was it wildfire again? No. The blazing lance. Blazing lance is OP. Have a good one, Silver. Thank you for being here today. I hope you have I hope you have a great day, right? Have a good one. Take care. Who's next? You are. I know they're falling rocks, but I'll just go here and attack. Now we have to kill the pile of bones. Range 2, here we go. Defeat it! We got bandages, small spirit potion, and demon's blood. It doesn't say what it's used for though, so demon's blood. Yeah, cool. Let's get everything. As the mission drags on, you find it difficult to maintain proper discipline and formation. Deployment phase is now skipped in combat, and your troops begin to scatter about the battlefield. What kind of troop is this? As you explore, the application of various time modifiers will present new challenges for you to overcome. With each time modifier applied, your party will slowly become unnerved and suffer more loss to spirit. Due to these factors, it's important to be efficient and spend your time wisely. You can see which modifiers are currently active next to the time meter at the bottom right. Yeah, that doesn't sound fun. Not at all, not at all. Blood for the blood god, huh? I'd say it's time for the next demo. We've seen this game now, and we know how it works. I've made it through most of the tutorial, I'm gonna say. There might be more mechanics, but we've seen out-of-combat gameplay, we've seen combat gameplay. I like the art style a lot. I like the visual effects a lot. It's cool that you can turn off the camera panning in combat, except for with the special events like rocks falling and that tiny amount of screen shake when you attack I'd love to turn this off because I think it's redundant, or at least for me it is, and it makes me slightly uncomfortable. The tutorial is a bit too text heavy. There are too many instructions, too much hand holding as well. And now that I'm just talking about this, well, talking about the game and looking at this, I would also like to disable this cloud effect, because that's something that's moving, continuously moving, and my brain doesn't like looking at this. Same for with the prologue text, really, and that storm or whatever it was just passing by, that made me really dizzy as well. So yeah, I hope that helps the developers. Please make this accessible and add settings to turn stuff like this off. That'd be cool. Looks alright though, like could be fun if the story's engaging. But so far so good. That was the Iron Oath. Quit to desktop. Yeah, I really like the time progression. That's a nice one. And there's also a dynamic overworld. See, we haven't seen that one yet. A large medieval fantasy world to explore with numerous hubs to visit. Cities can be overtaken, destroyed, and rebuilt, while various factions can emerge, rise, and fall. A playthrough can potentially last hundreds of years, resulting in many changes to the initial world state. Let's say that's hundreds of years in-game. That sounds cool. Could be nice. Oh, there's more. In-depth management. Unique characters and progression, and decisions matter. Yeah, so that sounds really nice. We haven't seen the overworld, but cool. Nice. The Iron Oath. Now to the next one.